Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to draw Chibi Wolverine. So we're going to start with the eyes, and on the left side we're going to start with the top of the eyelid. Starting from the outside, we're going to curve in towards the inside of the eye. From here we're going to draw the underside of the eye, so we're going to draw sort of like a half circle. Starting from the left, we're going to curve around, and then as we get to the front, we just connect with that line there. Let's go ahead and draw the same thing on the right side. So starting on the inside of the eye this time, we're going to curve to the outside of the eye. Now we're going to connect those 2 points with a circle. Curving up. Now from here, let's go ahead and draw in the mouth. So just underneath these eyes, I'm going to draw a curve from left to right. So, and then from here I'm going to draw 2 lines coming down, but I'm going to do a slight overlap on the end. So coming up to the top here, and curve down. On the right side, we're going to do the same thing. Let's just close that gap off there. And then from here, I'm going to curve up in the middle. So it goes a little bit higher in the middle, and then it comes down on the side. Let's go ahead and draw in some teeth. So on the end here on the left, I'm going to draw a straight line going across, and on the right, I'll do the same thing. And we're going to cross these like T's, with 2 straight lines like a T. And we'll go ahead and color the outside corners in black. From here, let's go ahead and draw in the bottom lip. So under here, I'm just going to draw a short little line going across. Now that we have the eyes and the mouth in place, we can draw the bottom of the face. So on either side of the eyes, we're going to come down to the side of the head. I'm going to draw a point here and a point there on the right side. We're going to connect those 2 points with a curve coming down to the chin. So starting on the left, I'm going to curve down. So this is basically an even curve, like a half circle, going across and up to the right. Now from here, let's draw on the bottom part of the mask. So on either side, underneath these eyes, I'm going to start just on the left side here and curve inwards down to the chin. Underneath the right eye, we'll do the same thing. And then we're going to curve in towards the center of the face, just above the lip. So we're just going to draw a point here. So starting on the right from the center, we're going to curve up and out towards the right. And then from the left line, we're going to curve in towards the center. Now that we have that, let's go ahead and draw in the inside edge of the mask. So just on the inside edge of this left eye, I'm going to start down here and curve up towards the top of the eye mask area. On the right, we'll do the same thing. So just right of that center point, we'll curve up. I'm going to make sure that these 2 lines are at the same height. From here, we're going to curve out to the tips of the mask. So this is going to curve outside of the head. So up here, I'm just going to go up here and curve in towards that line. We're going to do the same thing on the right side. We're going to start from the inside of the mask and go out to the right. So I want to make sure that I get the height of these points the same. So I'm going to put a point up here and curve up to that point. Now from these 2 points, we're just going to curve right into the side of that mask. So from here, we're going to curve in, and then on the right side, we'll do the same thing. So curving in. And then from here, all we need to do is draw on the top of the head. So I'm going to imagine this curve of the head going all the way around, but we want to take this central face area, the height, and then just double it up. So the top of the head will be quite high, up to here. So I'm going to take the side of the head, curve up to the top of the head, and then start to curve down on the right side. Okay, so we've got the basic part of the face done. Let's get into the body. So the body, we're going to draw in the torso first. We're going to draw the hips down to where my fingers are here. So just on the left edge of this mouth, we're going to draw a curve coming down the side of the hips. On the right, again, we're going to align with the side of the mouth and curve down. So it starts to spread outwards, down towards the hips. We're going to connect those 2 points with a downward curve, going across. We're going to go up and then draw in the top edge of the belt. So with that same curve, just slightly higher. Let's draw in the belt. So from the center, I'm going to draw a straight line on the right and on the left. We're going to draw that X inside the center here, but we're going to have to give it some thickness. So starting at the top here, on the left corner, we're going to come in at an angle and just draw an angled line across. From here, we're going to take those 2 points and connect them to the center, but just slightly higher than the center. So we'll put a point here, draw an angle in towards the center. Let's go ahead and draw that same thing, just flipped upside down on the bottom. So we're just going to draw a curve going along the bottom, and then we just want to stop just below that point on the top. So 2 straight lines going into that point. On the side here, in just between these 2 points, I'm just going to draw a vertical line. Let's go and do the same thing on the right side. Now we're just going to go towards that center, but leaving a gap along the way, just like so. So it creates this nice sort of thick X symbol down the middle. Let's go ahead and draw some detail on the upper torso. So from this corner, we're going to come down at an angle, and then just tuck this underneath the chin. From this corner, we're going to come down the same height, and go up and tuck this underneath the chin. On the side of the hips, there's 3 little razor cuts along the edge. So starting along the bottom, we're going to go out, in towards the center, and back in. We're going to do a zigzag pattern. So 3 times, create 3 points. So going out, and then in. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So going up and in, back to the side of the body, in, back, and then the final one, and back. Want to make sure that you're trying to get these 3 points at the same height as from left to right. From here, let's go ahead and draw some shoulder pieces. So just down below here where these lines are, I'm going to curve up on the left side, and then I'm going to curve in underneath that chin. So doing the same thing on the right side. So these are the shoulder pads that go underneath the body, and then the arms get stuffed inside there. Let's go ahead and draw the legs before we get back into the arms. So down here, we're going to draw the lower torso line first. So in the center here, draw a short straight line across. From here, we're going to come down to the heels. So from the left side, we'll curve down, and then the right, we'll curve down. Let's go ahead and draw on the bottoms of the feet. So I'm just going to draw a curve going to the outside toe. So just curving up. Do the same thing on both sides, making sure that they're the same length. From here, I'm going to curve the tip all the way back, aiming towards that heel, but I'm going to stop right about here. So curving up, and then I'm aiming towards the heel, but I'm stopping right there. From the right side, we're going to do the same thing. So imagining this line comes up here, we'll start up here, and then curve in towards the toe. From the hips, we're just going to take this point on the left, and curve this right into the top of that foot, and on the right, we'll curve on top of the right foot. Let's draw on the boot lines. So from here on the left side, I'm going to draw a straight angled line coming towards the top of the foot and then curving to the inside of the leg. We're going to trace this so that it goes right into the top of the foot here and then back towards the inside of the leg. And then from here, we're going to curve 2 lines to the bottom of the feet. Let's do the same thing on this side. We're going to flip this over. So over here on the right side, we're going to come in at an angle and then come up to the same height here with a curve. We're going to trace this to the top of the foot, curving in, and then we're going to draw those 2 lines. So from the top of the foot here, we're going to curve to the bottom of the foot. Same thing on the inside. Now let's draw the underpant. So from this corner, we're going to curve to the hip. So we're just dropping a little bit lower than the waistline, curving that arm in there too. So let's get into the arms here. We're going to have the character holding the fists out with the blades underneath. We're going to draw on the first arm here. So the left arm, just below the shoulder piece, we're going to come down at an angle. And then we're going to go out towards the wrist. Now from here, we're just going to layer in the fingers. So starting with the thumb, we're going to do an overlap here. And we're just going to do a little swirl. Comes around like this. Up here, we're just going to step in a little bit and just draw a curve. This is the meaty part of this hand here. Now from here, we're going to layer in the fingers underneath. So just beside this thumb here, we're going to draw a curve. This is for the first finger. We're going to come in here and just put a finger in underneath. So we're just going to wrap this underneath. And then we're going to overlap this finger on top of the final third finger. So it's almost like a really long sort of oval. On the side of this last finger here, we're just going to curve in. Trying to imagine this line going towards that thumb area here. From here, we're just going to do an overlap and curve this underneath the body. Up here, we're going to draw the glove line. So right in the middle, between here and here, I'm just going to curve to the inner part of the arm. Now, we get to draw on some blades. So just beside this finger here, just on the tip, we're going to do a curve. I'm going to curve this back in between those knuckles. We're going to go back to that inner knuckle, do another one, curve this back in between the fingers, and then one final one. We'll tuck this in on the tip of that finger there. Let's go ahead and take that arm and draw the same thing on the right side. So starting at the top, come down at an angle, just like we did here, coming out towards the wrist. From here, let's wrap in the thumb. So we're going to do an overlap, do a curl like so. Let's draw the meat of the finger. So we're going to come in here, just draw that meaty pad of the thumb. we'll draw in the first finger. So up here, we'll draw a curve. We're going to do another finger. So it's stepping up here. We'll wrap this finger around the thumb. And then one final one, we'll step beside this finger and do another curve. Now this curve here on the palm, we'll start on the side of this finger here. We'll curve around. We'll do an overlap and just curve this underneath the body. Let's draw that glove line. So up here, draw a little curve like this. Now let's get into those blades. So just beside this finger here, we're going to curve to the tip, go in between the fingers, and then just taper into the point. Go back to that point in between the fingers, come out to another blade tip, and do another curve, and then one final one here, right beside this finger, curving in, and that is pretty much it. There we have it. There's Chibi Wolverine. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please give us a like, and make sure you check out our Chibi playlist. I've got a ton of characters in there. I'll be adding more every week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.